Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to today's VeChain update for 4th of February, Friday. Please have a blessed Friday, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Yeah, now continuing on with the VeChain update. Okay, I do see some little bit of a sideways movement with the VeChain on the daily for quite some few days right now. No any progress, no big progress, just a sideways choppy market right now. And from here, guys, I draw this yellow line for you, which has actually been lost, and it was a very big support. And VeChain is actually trying to climb above the yellow line backtest and then continue to the upside. So is this the bottom? That's the question. You do have a little bit of a sideways movement like this, and I do see this as a bearish rectangle, nothing else, that can actually pop to the downside anytime soon, unless you don't actually break out to 62, backtest this one and continue. Now this one also depends on how Bitcoin behaves. Totally depends on how Bitcoin behaves. Once again, who knows, you could still have a pump to the upside and then come down to drop, actually build trust upon people, and then you drop to the downside. Who knows, at this very point you're being restricted at the 10 EMA. Just go a little bit up to the 20, just like you did the last time. Went up to the 20, went to the 20, went to the 20 down, went to the 20 down, and then from here go cross the 10, go to the 20 once again, make a fake out when you go for the back testing of the yellow line, and then continue to the downside. Now what do I mean by this one? If I actually just kind of zoom into the VeChain update. Now there's a very positive candlestick known as a morning star right there, and this is actually pretty good. If you do end up closing like this at the 0.0547536 by 16 hours, you might see a little bit of a pump, probably to that 58 region area, and then that's where the question lies. Are you actually going to be rejected at the 20 once again, come out and make a fake out, and just then continue to the downside? That's something that I see, because when I turn on the volume isn't actually there. Now look how big a green candle this is, but the volume, look how bad that is. So actually this is a fake pump that you can make the case it's a fake pump, of course, logically, and speaking reasonably. You're going down with the volume, the price are pushing up with the volume, the divergence is there. That's not something that you want to see, and that's not really good. Now when do you not have a volume divergence? I'm going to show you. Now for example, look at these green candles. Okay, the three candles went up like this, but the volume was also spiking up like that. Do you see that? So that's when you don't have a divergence, and basically you continue to move to the upside. And so many countless example about the volume divergences and stuff like that, but this one is a clear divergence. Okay, the price just moved up, the volume is moving down, so that tells me that the buyers do not have that kind of power to push the price to the downside. And who knows, within 16 hours you could see the prices keep pushing to the downside, which is the 51. From the 51 there, continue all the way down, just like that. And I'm gonna do one more Google with you right here, and I want to actually search for bearish rectangle, what the hell, rectangle pattern, just like this one. And this is what I do see at this point of time, something like this. Yeah, so what they say that is you're in a downtrend and you're stuck in a box. So basically you are still stuck in a box, and I'm actually gonna draw that box for you right there, taking in the rectangle right here, and this is the box that you're actually trapped right in there. Do you see that? So when does it come by? It comes by when there is a downtrend. So this was a downtrend, and then you're stuck in a box like this, just to continue to the downside, and that's just how the bearish rectangle seems like. So yeah, what it does is that there's a support line, resistance line, breakout, backtest, fail, and then you continue to the downside, and that's just what I see. You're just being trapped in this rectangle. You could break to the downside, backtest, and continue to the downside. Now watch the video update on Bitcoin, because by 7th of February, after 3 days, there is a big wall of resistance, and then from 7th February you could start dumping to the downside, and this one could just continue in this box by 7th, and then boom, go to the downside as well, because you're not actually doing any justice with the volume. There's no volume, there's no buyer stepping in. Simple put, the market is just choppy sideways. Do not trade when there's no any confirmation of a breakout. Now even if you break out to the upside, back test it, and then you push, at least let's make some bullish cross like this, go down, make another bullish cross with the 55, the 20, and then the 10, and then from here it's actually going to be good to enter once again and continue the ride to the upside of 12 cents potentially. Otherwise, from here you have to be careful for losing this thing and then dump to the downside as well. So that's it for today's update. I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.